By ZEKE Miller, David Eggert and Colleen Long, Associated Press, Washington. The federal government recognized President-elect Joe Biden as the apparent winner of the November 3 election, formally starting the transition of power after President Donald Trump spent weeks testing the boundaries of American democracy. Trump relented after suffering yet more legal and procedural defeats in his seemingly futile effort to overturn the election with baseless claims of fraud. Trump still refused to concede and vowed to continue to fight in court after General Services Administrator Emily Murphy gave the green light Monday for Biden to coordinate with federal agencies ahead of his January 20 inauguration. But Trump did tweet that he was directing his team to cooperate on the transition. The fast-moving series of events seemed to let much of the air out of Trump's frantic efforts to undermine the will of the people in what has amounted to a weeks-long stress test for the nation's confidence in the political system and the fairness of U.S. elections. Those efforts haven't ended and are likely to persist well beyond his lame duck presidency. Murphy, explaining her decision, cited recent developments involving legal challenges and certifications of election results. She acted after Michigan on Monday certified Biden's victory in the battleground state, and a federal judge in Pennsylvania tossed a Trump campaign lawsuit on Saturday seeking to prevent certification in that state. It also came as an increasing number of Republicans were publicly acknowledging Biden's victory, after weeks of tolerating Trump's baseless claims of fraud. The Republican president had grown increasingly frustrated with the flailing tactics of his legal team. In recent days, senior Trump aides including Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and White House counsel Pat Cipollone had also encouraged him to allow the transition to begin, telling the president he didn't need to concede but could no longer justify withholding support to the Biden transition. Meadows, late Monday, sent a memo to White House staffers saying that their work was not yet finished and that the administration would comply with all actions needed to ensure the smooth transfer of power, according to a person who received it. Yohannes Abraham, executive director of the Biden transition, said the decision is a needed step to begin tackling the challenges facing our nation, including getting the pandemic under control and our economy back on track. Murphy, a Trump appointee, had faced bipartisan criticism for failing to begin the transition process sooner, preventing Biden's team from working with career agency officials on plans for his administration. The delay denied the Democratic president-elect access to highly classified national security briefings and hindered his team's ability to begin drawing up its own plans to respond to the raging coronavirus pandemic. Murphy insisted she acted on her own.